If you are a stationary puglu like me, I'm not that crazy. How could I not buy this? Cute cheese face. It is the most logical thing ever. But why? Is the best. Do it, guys. Just do it. Hey, yeah. I have a confession to make. I do not need another notebook or a new pen or a new sticky note collection or even a pastel shade highlighter. But I still go to a stationery store. I still feel something different and magical is happening to me. And I do end up getting more notebooks and pens and highlighters and sticky notes. And I know I'm not the only one to do this. I know if you clicked on this video just by seeing the word stationery, you are also a hashtag stationery pagdu, just like me. So hi. And I know that you have bought journals that are still empty, pencils that are still unsharpened, and pens जिनकी शायद अब तक इंक भी सूख गई होगी और आपने अभी तक यूज नहीं की. Comment below and let me know. Your drawer must be filled with some things that you don't need. Like recently, I went to a stationery store for no reason at all and I bought this pizza eraser. This is an eraser, guys, and I'm never going to use it because it's too pretty to use. But it is a pizza eraser in a pizza box. I mean, how could I not buy this? Or this cheese pen. Cutest thing ever. You have to twist to open it and twist back. And this actually has no use at all. But I bought this because of this. That's the use of this cheese thing. That you buy this because of this cute cheese face. Anyway, to people like us who are stationary paglus, it is the most logical thing ever. And we are in the same team. Nobody is going to stationary shame you on my watch. No. So don't worry, if you are one of us, comment below, let me know that you're on the same team, subscribe to the channel and maybe join the club. Anyway, even if we do not use these gorgeous things or are ever gonna use them, but we still love to own them. We still love to look at them every once in a while at our desk. But why? Why does a simple notebook or a cute pen or a beautiful eraser makes us feel so amazing? Well, I did all the thinking, so you don't have to. You're welcome. And I realized after a lot of thinking that our love for stationery has nothing to do, or almost nothing to do with stationery at all. Think back to your school days, unless you're still in your school days. So wasn't the first day always so exciting? Of course not because of the homework and the exams. I'm not that crazy. But because of all the new notebooks and covers and name tags, aka stationery. Unless you used your brothers or sisters' used books and stationeries from the previous years. Unless the courses change and you need a new book. Those were the days. It used to feel like triumph, right? कि अगर कोर्स सिलेबस चेंज हो गया है तो हमें नई बुक लेनी ही पड़ेगी, बड़े भाई की यूज़ नहीं कर सकते. And it was such a achievement, a win-win situation. Even though we didn't like to read the books, but still. Covering every book and every notebook, new ones with, new cover sheets, name tags and all. It felt so nice and everything just felt so much of hope, so full of possibility. Because for a child, it's not just a whole new stationery collection in their bags, but a whole new year. Our new year used to begin in April, right? A chance to make new friends, unless you're an introvert or an adult, because it's hard to make friends as an adult as well. Anyway, it was a chance to begin with everything new, right? It was like we could become new, better versions of ourselves. और ये बात अलग है कि समर वेकेशंस के बाद वो एकदम ऑपोजिट हो जाता था. We used to become grumpy, sad, pressurized and more aggressive, because then the real studies used to kick in from July or August. But until the summer vacations, it was a win-win situation for us. And that feeling of hopefulness every year in the beginning of a term never left us. We simply became older. Our notebook or name tags became our organizers. Our books or cover sheets became our sticky notes or highlighters. It just changed, but we grew older. But emotionally, we still loved that feeling of that new possibility every year, right? The hopefulness of starting again. A blank page never is going to judge us, right? It's gonna be exactly like, it's gonna accept us for who we are. It's not gonna judge us for not being productive yesterday or maintaining a journaling streak. Maybe that's why we like the blank pages. It basically does not remember your failures unless you journal about them. It just waits. Psychology में इसको fresh start बोला जाता है, and human beings are often motivated by this kind of emotion, the fresh start emotion. That's why जो भी fresh start वाले days होते हैं, they are very hopefully positive and optimistic, right? Like New Year's, birthdays, Mondays, post-breakup days. We all feel so motivated to start new, fresh things in our lives. And that hopefulness, I think, is connected to buying a new notebook or a stationery, aka a new possibility. Maybe that's why empty notebooks or the stacks of empty notebooks are so comforting. And even though they are empty, they are not filled with pressure, they are filled with possibilities. Most of us think that we're buying a stationery, but I think differently. Think of it like when someone is buying a planner, they are imagining themselves as being more organized. Or someone is buying a journal, they are imagining themselves reflecting upon life and being more self-aware. We are not just buying pens or notebooks, we are buying the possibility of becoming someone better in the future. And that's really beautiful. We are buying an experience and our future versions. That version that's trying to read every day, plan every week, write a novel, maybe, dream bigger, start a business, heal, and know and understand that they are capable of achieving that dream. And it is an absolutely beautiful question that an empty notebook would ask us. Who do we want to be today? And without judging us, by the way. But why then? We do not write in the empty notebooks for months. We don't use the pens for months. And why do we not sharpen those pencils? Well, for one of the stupid, silly reasons is you're still already using a notebook, already using a pen or a pencil, and you'll use them later when these are finished. Or you are not using them, or I am not using them because maybe if I start using it, it becomes real. If I write one line in that new notebook, it becomes extremely real to me, and maybe I'm scared. Maybe we're scared of the mistakes of our handwriting, of not following a routine, or of not maintaining a habit. So we never start. Sometimes we just protect ourselves by protecting those blank pages. We are basically protecting our possibilities. Writing by hand always helps you process your emotions better. Okay, it helps with your memory, it improves it, and it helps with your grammar. We basically improve our language by writing through writing by our hands. And obviously, when we touch the paper or we are writing by hand, these are like little sensory emotions, sensory experiences that we're having, that our brain is having, and it activates the part of our brain that normally is not activated. तभी जब हम हाथ से लिखते हैं तो हमें ज़्यादा समझ में आता है। जब हम हाथ से लिखते हैं तो हमारे सारे इमोशन चैनलाइज हो जाते हैं हमारी नोटबुक में, जर्नल में। और जब हम हाथ से लिखकर प्लानिंग करते हैं तो इट इज़ मोर लाइकली दैट यू विल अचीव दोज ड्रीम्स। इट इज़ ऑल बिकॉज हमारे ब्रेन का वो पार्ट एक्टिवेट होता है जो नॉर्मली हम उस स्लो प्रोसेस को, और नॉर्मली वो शांत रह के जो हमारे ब्रेन को करने की ज़रूरत होती है फोकस से, वो नहीं हो पाता है। बट जब आप लिखते हो हाथों से, योर ब्रेन इज़ वेरी फोकस्ड एंड इट डज ट्रिगर दैट पार्ट ऑफ योर ब्रेन which is more focused and which is more likely to achieve the things that is being written by hand. And of course, like, क्योंकि अगर आप एक वीक को लिखकर प्लान करते हो, स्टिकी नोट्स में टू डू लिस्ट बनाते हो, it does give us the thing that we crave, that our brain craves the most, which is control. Because if you do not have control over yourself, you'll like start to lose your mind, right? And when life gets unpredictable, but we plan our week ahead and we make to-do lists, it feels that we are back on track. Everything is fine. Everything is under control. And that is why writing by hand is always tested, tried, experienced, is the best. Do it, guys. Just do it. So these empty notebooks or a stack of notebooks are not always going to help us, but they often remind us that there is a possibility that we can solve our problems by ourselves. Maybe that's why we just look at them and feel like a sense of comfort, a sense of, understanding, a sense of being seen and heard, a sense of going somewhere. And that is a special feeling. And there's a chance that humans may not make us feel like that. But stationery does. सबके लिए अलग अलग चीज़ें होती हैं। हम जैसे लोगों के लिए स्टेशनरी, पगलूस के लिए मे बी वो स्टेशनरी होती। I still think that I like stationery or buying stationery because of the aesthetics and the newness of it, and also for the reason that I write by hand a lot, like every day. So also an update that I started a new journal, guys. I showed it in my previous video where I showed a lot of stationery collection I have, and this was empty that time, and I have to finish my previous journal. I'm currently writing this one. Hey, yeah. Anyway, moving on. I buy stationery for the aesthetics and because I use them a lot, but I have to agree with the point that this collection or new stationery hauls or whatever we do does actually bring new possibilities in life, and it is a great reason for being a stationery puglo. And because of being stationery puglos, I do like the idea of having a canvas for our new ideas, having control over our days, having a vision of our dreams and reality of our expectations. I mean, that's a beautiful thing about stationery collections and having a lot of stationery and using a lot of stationery as well, because it does give us exactly what we need in a moment. It gives us ideas, vision, control, possibility, motivation, inspiration, all at the same place in a compact page. And for that reason alone, I would be a stationery puglo all my life. So the next time someone catches you on your another stationery haul or taunts you about buying another stationery or a notebook or a pen, just look them in the eye and just say this: at least I can write by my hand rather than just type. And that's why we buy stationery, not just for the aesthetics, but maybe as a reminder that life always gives us another page to write on when our phone's battery is down. So that's it about today's video. I hope you liked it. And if you are a stationery puglo like me, please comment below and let me know which one is your favorite stationery piece that you own. Right now, my favorite is this pizza eraser. Isn't it the most adorable thing ever? So yeah, That's it what to say. That's it about today's. Sorry, I was excited, so I'm fumbling. That's it about today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I talk about these kind of stuff that makes us human, that makes us experience life in the best way possible. So you can subscribe to the channel if you would like to be a part of the team or a club that I have, Thoughtful Humans Club. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video and share it with someone you feel is a stationery puzzle. So thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.